So we're sitting on the ramp here in El Paso, about to officially start the El Paso route. The El Paso route is basically following the Interstate Highway 10, going from El Paso and all the way to the west coast in California, where Torrance, California is, where the Robinson Helicopter Factory is, which is our final destination. Robinson Helicopters requires that pilots leaving their premises with a brand new or overhauled helicopter, when we leave their facility, when this is done, they won't let me leave the facility unless I have shown proof that I've personally flown the El Paso route. So once we get to California, we can tick that off as one of the must-do things on this trip. And we're just basically heading west along the Interstate 10. Maybe do some off-airport landings on some public lands. Who knows what the day has in store for us.
Over the last week, we've been making our way across the country in the Millennial Falcon, our 2007 model R-44 helicopter, which is due for its 4,400-hour overhaul. It's taken us 6 days to get across the country from Buffalo, New York to Texas, with one big weather delay, one diversion for maintenance, and a quick detour for barbecue.
I'm smoking.
While the El Paso route is required for pilot safety, that doesn't mean a lack of adventure. There's a ton of public land out here, which gives us the ability to legally land off airport.
Cochise County Airport. Automated weather observation. Wind 160 at 6 knots. Speed gust 17 knots.
It's a hot one. Lots of bumpy air today.
Are we in Arizona now?
We're in Arizona. First stop of the El Paso route, Cochise County Airport. They have a full complement of snacks, and they have popsicles too. 4 bars of 5G. We've got one runway, full service fuel. They have a full rack of the type of oil we use, and little mini versions of our bubble cleaner. The bathroom has multi-ply toilet paper. Staff was very friendly. Give it a solid 9 out of 10.
10 out of 10.
10 out of 10 for Becky. We could theoretically go all the way into California tonight. That would require a long day. We're just gonna push on about an hour and a half into the Phoenix area and then call it a day. Geez, I can barely reach. That's a far distance. Do that in the better part of a week.
We're far away from home.
The biggest airplane graveyard is in the Tucson area, but it's not open to the public. You can't like land and then check it out. It's in Class Charlie airspace, so I'm gonna ask them as we're transitioning through their airspace, I'm gonna ask them if we can fly over the Boneyard and see if we can just fly over the plane.
Helicopter 0 Whiskey Zulu Squawk 0411.
0411, and can we get routed over the Boneyard?
0 Whiskey Zulu for now, resume navigation.
You didn't say yes, you didn't say no.
November 0 Whiskey Zulu, unable the Boneyard tour. There's a flight of 4 A-10s over top of you. Can you turn left, direct the interstate, and just follow the Interstate 10?
Affirmative, follow the Interstate 0 Whiskey Zulu. Oh man.
That's probably it right there.
Yeah, I think it is.
And November 0 Whiskey Zulu, contact Davis Boston Tower 118.85 for your transition.
118.85, 0 Whiskey Zulu. November 300 Whiskey Zulu.
November 300 Whiskey Zulu, that's 1 tower.
300 Whiskey Zulu, we're just transitioning your zone westbound along the I-10. We were hoping to get over the Boneyard at some point. Is there any way we could make that happen?
November 300 Whiskey Zulu, negative.
Roger that, 0 Whiskey Zulu. Well, I thought I'd have to get
report left base.
shoot my shot.
I can see it from here as a bucket list for me. I keep all the planes out here because of how hot and dry it is. Basically, like, just preserves them. Ooh, God. Our Boneyard dreams are gone.
Oh, well.
All right, so where are we going now?
Chandler, 37 minutes.
It's so bumpy today. It's getting like craziest, like thermals, weird drafts. I think this has been the worst day yet for discomfort and tons of bumps.
Yeah.
Okay, let's talk about thermals real quick. In aviation, thermals refer to rising columns of warm air which are caused by heating of the Earth's surface by the sun. An updraft from a thermal can carry an aircraft up at rates of several hundred feet per minute, which is uncomfortable and can be quite unnerving for an anxious flyer.
Oh, I'm back.
Yeah, I'm ready to be done. After our failed attempts at seeing 2 airplane Boneyards, we headed to our final destination of the day in Phoenix, Arizona, to meet up with our friends Austin and Zoe.
Yeah, there's cacti. 300 Whiskey Zulu is inbound for Quantum helicopters.
0 Whiskey Zulu, traffic at your 10 o'clock and 2 miles southbound an R22 and 1,800 indicated.
And 300 Whiskey Zulu with traffic, no conflict. Oh my God,
Chandler Tower, helicopter 7.
there's literally 5 helicopters there.
Yes, everybody's waiting.
Information.
And 300 Whiskey Zulu is down and clear, air taxiing to parking.
0 Whiskey Zulu, roger.
Hey, look at all them little 22s.
Nice to see you guys again, man.
Sweaty.
We're so sweaty.
Dude, we're used to this.
Oh man. Hi, Zoe. Oh my god, it's been like 10 years. I know.
Austin flies a Bell 505 out of Phoenix, and he and Zoe go on awesome helicopter adventures, which they document on YouTube. They're no strangers to the region's unique weather challenges.
Is it always this bumpy just because all the thermals coming up?
Yeah.
Oh my god, it's brutal.
Hey, come like August, it'll be worse.
We got a chance to spend some time together and enjoyed barbecue at a local spot.
Tegan, what's the verdict?
Yeah,
Yeah?
Yeah.
it's really good.
Is that I like what I'm tasting?
I like what I'm tasting. Love the sausage.
Love it.
That's my favorite part, is the point from the brisket.
After our meal, Austin gave us a rundown of flying in this area.
I've never flown this route into Torrance before. There's mountains, there's desert. This is a little bit treacherous just because it's a little bit outside my comfort zone. This is just a total different beast altogether.
Especially this time of year. So I'm gonna give them all of my playbook. You have to look for different things when you're flying around in the Southwest at this time of year. Your thermals and your dirt doubles, those will take you for a ride. And they move. They're not in a station. They'll work across the field. So like if you're flying along and you see one over here, you can't really just dismiss it. Dude, there's so many this time of year. Some of them aren't so bad, and the big ones you really avoid.
So if we're gonna go to Torrance here, I'm just following the I-10 because that's part of the El Paso route. So this trip, I have to get 500 hours so that they'll let me pick up my helicopter when it's done.
Right.
And I have to have flown the El Paso route. We wanted to land on that Route 66 spot.
Landing there's really cool. There's a runway right there. It's still a very active road.
I thought that road was like a decommissioned section.
No.
That's actual Route 66.
Just make sure you've got time between oncoming traffic to like land, take a few photos. It's definitely doable. And there's a little store there that sells like cool Route 66 t-shirts and ice cold soda pops.
You know what?
Sounds
That's
pretty
good.
good.
Pop Ghost Ray.
You're gonna go right through like the sand dunes area and Glamis. The sand dunes are gorgeous, especially this time of year because in the wintertime, like everybody goes out there, goes and plays on their off-road toys. It's not very pretty. But this time of year, and the wind blows, it covers it all back up, and it looks like pristine, untouched sand dune. And so it is pretty hard on the aircraft, but you guys are going into overhaul, so it doesn't really matter. They're gonna replace the blades anyways, but it's essentially like sandblasting your blades. And the sand dunes are only like 15 minutes out of Yuma. So just know, if you move west of the sand dunes, you can move into this restricted.
We'll get a shot down. Got it.
Yes. Yeah.
So the 8 goes by the border, the 10 is up here. So basically, I'm gonna have to divert down and back. They're both only about a half-hour diversion off of the El Paso route. So it's really a couple hours added to our entire journey. It's like our mission now is to get to Torrance.
You guys gotta do the fucking apple pie thing. If you're gonna be out in this area, you have to land
fucking
there.
apple pie thing.
Dude, it is. These pies are delicious. In fact, if you don't pick me up a pie, I'll be very disappointed.
I think I will. What am I gonna? I'm gonna mail it to you?
No, you're gonna fly back to Phoenix and drop it off. This whole mountain range from like down here south all the way up towards like San Bernardino, like this whole area, that range, like this is 11,200 feet. It is a mountain range to respect. And I would just be cautious of what the winds are doing.
The whole reason why we have to fly the El Paso route is because it follows the Interstate 10.
Right.
And the roads are going to follow the valleys, and the valleys are going to be safer than the mountains.
I know Robinson requires you to do that, but I wouldn't recommend it too. Because there's a lot of pilots who have flown from this side to that side and then said, I'll never do that again. Because they got so spooked because the downdrafts or the winds. Please bring me back a pie.
Hey! Thank you guys!
Enjoy my neck of the woods.
Oh, she's a hot one.
Yes.
And we're off. What time is it? 9:06.
9:06.
When you haven't seen your friends in a while,
Yeah.
and you have like so much to talk about. Stayed up later last night than we thought.
Sometimes it's just nice to be with your friends.
After scouring the maps with Austin, we found a few destinations off the El Paso route that we wanted to check out. First was Roy's Motel and Cafe in Amboy, California on Old Route 66. Blythe Airport is one of the only fuel stops along this leg, so we'll have to watch our fuel consumption closely as we make our way north.
We're at Blythe, Arizona right now. It's on I-10, and it's a hub for us because we're going to end up going north to one of our off-airport destinations, Amboy, which is on Route 66. and we're gonna head south back down here, fuel up again at the same spot. We're gonna head south then to some sand dunes, which we're planning to hit at sunset, sort of when the light's nice and low.
This airport has full service fuel, which means that somebody else has to fuel your aircraft instead of self-serve. So the man that owns this airport just came out and he's wearing jeans and a t-shirt. It's 36 Celsius on the ramp. So I got out and I was like, "Aren't you hot?" And he was like, "I'm just waiting for it to warm up." So this temperature is cold for him. About mid-August, it's gonna get up to 120 degrees Fahrenheit. And that's how hot it gets here, which is, I can't imagine it getting hotter than this, but it gets hotter than this.
Oh, the trip so far without air conditioning is a bit hot. It's not so bad in the mornings when it's cooler, and also we're heading west, so the sun rises in the east. So the sun's behind us in the mornings, heading westbound in the afternoons. It's just like blazing sun through the bubble, and this thing's just like flying greenhouse. I'm wearing pants and a long sleeve shirt right now because I'm a lizard. I'm a lizard person. Yeah, this is actually a sun shirt. The bubble here, we can actually get UV rays through it, so I'm actually getting a suntan. I probably have the most wicked farmer tan right now.
What I've been finding is that because we don't have air conditioning and it's so hot, that I'll take a little bit of water and just like get the shirt wet. And then once we start forward flight, we have some airflow coming through. It's hot air, but if your shirt's wet, it feels cool. So it's like nature's air conditioning. It's a little hack.
My toes are burning.
Same.
Oh my god, my like big toes are actually like burning. Actually, can you just like pour some water on them?
I guess we didn't really think that through with black stickers. This thing's soaked around my neck. Feels really good.
Yeah. All right, departed out of Blythe, which is an airport on the Interstate 10 highway. And it's kind of an essential fuel stop because it allows us to almost like home base, because from there we're going northwest, and we're just basically following a road up to a place called Amboy, which is on Route 66, so we can land sort of like a little small airstrip next to a gift shop right on Route 66. So we're going to land there, get a picture of the helicopter on Route 66, maybe get some souvenirs, and then head back down. It's probably going to be a 2-hour round trip. Tomorrow, weather pending, we can hopefully get into Torrance.
A whole lot of nothing out here.
Yep.
How much are you loving this right now? Flying low over the desert.
We're in the middle of nowhere, man. This is something else.
Oh my god. Okay, 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 okay.
Follow this road over here.
Okay. Oh boy.
Is it almost 100? 90? High 90s?
Yeah, I think it's
mid
high
90s. So this is Route 66 here then, huh?
Oh, I'm fine. Oh my god, oh my god. This is Route 66.
Oh look, you see it, Route 66.
Oh my god, how cool. Did you say it's all BLM out here?
Yeah.
BLM Land refers to public lands managed by the Bureau of Land Management in the USA. These areas, mainly in the western part of the country, include a wide variety of terrain, such as forest and desert, and offer opportunities for backcountry off-airport landings. The legalities of landing a helicopter off-airport in the USA depends on location. It's legal on BLM land, but requires permission on private land. Public airports allow landing without prior approval. Private airports are off limits unless prior permission is granted. Fortunately, Roy's has its own airstrip, and despite being private property, they welcome public air traffic.
There's Roy's Motel.
Yes, by Roy's. Got a tower here.
And there's power lines everywhere. Yeah, there's a sock on top of Roy's airport.
Wind out of the
Window's coming
east.
this way, yeah.
Amboy traffic helicopter, November 300, Whiskey Zulu orbiting Roy's. Amboy. I need one more pass.
Can you hear me?
Loud and clear. All right, Becky's gonna get in place. We're gonna clear everybody out so there's nobody on the ground. The flag is pointing right at my nose, so it might be easier to go straight in and nose in.
Come straight in, I'm right in the middle of the road. Yeah, that looking sick, dude. She said after that, if we want to land by the cafe sign, you can do that.
Yeah, that was pretty fun. A bit of a coordinated effort. People at Roy's were super cool. They were like, "Oh, I love that you guys came down. We don't get many helicopters here. You know, why don't you land over here, get a shot with the sign?" So it was really good. We had nice coordination with the people on the ground, as well as Becky had the radio, so she's able to keep people clear, watch the tail rotor, observe traffic. So I think that was the proper way to do it. There we go. Let's go inside and see what it's all about. Oh, those are really great.
You know you did that all wrong, right? You're supposed to put the ice cream in first.
Oh no!
Then pour it on slow.
Oh no!
It's gonna explode.
Oh no. Very minimal ice cream float experience. Apparently I was supposed to put the ice cream in first. It's like a black cherry cream soda.
Yum.
How old is this place?
1938.
1938. There is a very high chance that my late father and Uncle Bob stayed here and drank ice cream floats in the spot.
After looking at Roy's on the internet for the last few months, it was a real treat to be walking the grounds and appreciating all of the details. Part of the excitement about this place was its ability to transport me back in time. Its roadside mid-century modern Googie architecture, sitting against the minimal backdrop of the Mojave Desert, made my heart so happy. And time melted away as I captured the essence of this historical gem through the lens of my camera. Even though you can't actually stay here, imagining what the motel must have been like in its prime adds to the nostalgia and excitement of witnessing places like Roy's being restored.
Yeah, that was a fun one, wasn't it?
Yeah, that was a fun one.
All right, 51 minutes back. We got an hour and 34 on the clock.
I forgot we were on a time crunch. Time just went past.
We just got to be back for fuel before 4 o'clock.
Oh, that's aggressive. That's aggressive. Holy shit. I'm fine. Everything's fine.
Despite wanting to avoid the midday heat and turbulence, we found ourselves flying in the afternoon again after a late morning start and getting carried away at Roy's. We had a bumpy ride back from Amboy to Blythe, where we fueled up before heading to Yuma.
What an awesome time we had up to Route 66 at Roy's Motel and Cafe. Had a great time. They're so nice. So now we're on our way to Yuma. We're just fueling up here. Gonna go down to Yuma and get a hotel room and just have a little rest before we hit the sand dunes tonight.
With the evening quickly approaching and our last meal wearing off, we took the scenic hour-long flight to Yuma.
All right, you want to fly me towers, frequency, and punch it in?
Yep.
Have it on standby. What's the altitude of the airport?
It says 213 feet.
Okay.
Tower. Over 9.3.
Okay. Look at those mountains. Those
Yeah, that's
what are those things called? Buttes?
Don't know.
A crevasse.
A crevasse. Oh, I'm so ready to be done. My head is killing me.
Yeah, I know, honey.
I'm so excited to see the runway.
Whoa, look at the tilt rotors coming in. 4 Ospreys. How cool is that? Are you my mother?
What'd you find?
Find some cold wind. Very nice. After a quick break in the air conditioning, we immediately hop back in the helicopter to shoot the dunes at sunset.
Yuma Tower helicopter, November 300 Whiskey Zulu is ready at Millionaire.
Helicopter 300 Whiskey Zulu, Yuma Tower, departure will be at Torrance, winds 260 at 4. What's your direction flight?
We're going to VFR northbound. And it is 7:14, so we are about 30 minutes away from sunset. We're going to go to Valley of Names first.
There it is. Oh yeah, there's all sorts.
What a weird thing, Valley of Names.
Oh, there's so many everywhere.
Yeah.
Austin said that if you're going out in the desert and you're picking up rocks, that's likely where you're going to find rattlesnakes.
Beautiful, huh?
Yeah, stunning.
Wow, it's like Mars over here. Holy moly.
That's insane, man.
Oh man, look at the light across the dunes right now.
Yeah, it looks incredible, dude.
Yeah. Jeez, man. It's a lot bigger than I thought. I was like, oh, it's gonna be a couple mounds.
Yeah, it just keeps kind of going.
Yeah. Oh my god, that's so cool.
Yeah, it is.
They look like cream.
That was so cool last night. I think a little bit overwhelming, especially for Becky. I told her I wanted to get a photo of the helicopter, hovering over the sand dunes.
All right, you want to get a picture somewhere?
You're going to drop down and let me out?
Yeah. All right, you want to get out?
Yeah, wow. Okay.
I just grabbed my photo camera, 12mm lens on. I grab the radio, stick my phone in my pocket just in case. I turn Chris's frequency to my radio frequency. I hop out. These dunes are massive and it's getting dark. I'm a little worried that I'm gonna hop out. Chris is gonna lose me.
The radio is key. We'd be able to communicate with her on the ground that way. We basically just did a toe-in landing, which is essentially where you take the front skids and just kind of nestle them into the sand or whatever slanted surface you've got. The slopes here, you balance basically on 2 skids like this.
The rotors are kicking up so much sand that it's just, you can't even open your eyes. Like, you can't see, you're hearing like the blades like overhead, get blasted with sand, all this noise, all this weird hair is going everywhere. He takes off. I'm out there like trying to radio, trying to hold on to it, like trying to get my pictures.
Am I too far away?
Yeah, I probably shouldn't have brought the 12.
Oops.
Alright, do you want me to hop in?
Yeah, hop in.
Alright.
You got your seatbelt on?
Yes, my seatbelt's on.
All right, let's go.
Oh, that was overwhelming.
That was so sick.
Landed somewhere else, I hopped down again, and this time I had a more telephoto lens on, so I was able to get better pictures with the 24-70.
I can't hear you.
Is there a better position that I can be in?
Stay right there.
Roger.
Probably should have left a little bit earlier because as soon as we got to the sand dunes, the sun was like almost on the horizon. We were losing light.
Oh my God, there's a moon behind you.
A what?
A moon.
A moon.
Like Oscar, November.
I can't see it. It's behind a dune.
Can you climb up to that ridge?
This is a lot taller than you think it is from up there.
Yeah, I realize. Can you see it?
I can see it.
Big moon over here, like the sun setting over here, and the light on the dunes is amazing. It's like, oh my God, do we shoot here? Do we shoot here? And trying to just like frame that up and get like the best shot we could possibly get in a short period of time.
Okay, I think I'm ready to come up out of it.
Roger.
So he comes back around, he's gonna pick me up, and like the dunes are like this.
I'm gonna toe in on this edge here.
Let me know when you're in and I'll come up.
All right, stable.
Okay, I'm good.
I'm like trying to get to the helicopter, and my feet are like digging into the sand. I'm like falling over, really trying to be aware of like where that tail rotor is and also where the main rotor is so I don't, decapitate myself. Anyway, eventually I'd like turned around because I couldn't even open my mouth.
It's too steep.
It's like impossible for me to get up there and get into the helicopter because it's so high.
How about here?
That was good.
You gotta be very careful because the main rotor blade is very close to the sand, so you gotta go around.
You got it, I'm going around.
Regardless of the photos of the video, it was a lot of fun just being able to fly over those sand dunes.
I'm in and strapped.
Lifting up.
I got sand in every crevice, but that was epic.
Oh, that was so sick.
I hope I got a couple shots.
It was just a completely unique landscape that I've never flown over before. I've never even seen before. Like, I've never been to sand dunes before.
It was probably one of the hardest photography moments I've ever had.
I've never had to toe in for you.
Oh my God, that was crazy shit I've ever done. What the
Even now, like I've showered and I'm still picking sand out of my hair. We've had a lot of really great experiences and I'm trying to soak it up. I'm really grateful for this trip. We're doing things that we probably will never ever get to do again.
This has been such a grueling last week. When you're flying general aviation, and helicopters especially, there are thousands and thousands of small decisions and sometimes big decisions that you're making, just rapid fire. And you end up getting overwhelmed sometimes with decision fatigue. You're just absolutely destroyed by the end of the day. Plus turbulence, plus being overheated with no air conditioning and over 100-degree Fahrenheit weather, and it's just a lot.
Your sleep gets less and less and less, and your crankiness just gets more and more and more and more.
We're looking forward to maybe just a 0 day or 2 tomorrow. We're gonna depart now and hopefully make it the rest of the way. So the thing about the last leg of this trip though is this is actually the most intimidating. This airspace that is Los Angeles, I've never flown in it solo before. I'm looking at the chart sectional and it's an absolute mess. It's just a bunch of Class Bravo tiles with Class Delta mixed in. So for planning this, I talked to one of my friends, Naomi, who flies an R66 out of California. She gave me a very detailed rundown. Hopefully, with that knowledge, we'll be able to make it into Torrance without issue. So the total flight time today is probably gonna be about 2 1.5-hour legs, so 3 hours total flight time. And then once we enter into the Los Angeles area, we've finished the El Paso route. Big milestone, we're gonna reach the coast today. Yeah, we can say that we've flown a helicopter across the country after this.
Are you nervous?
A little bit, yeah.
This key is so hot, it's like burning my hands.
Everything is hot. I just burned my leg on my camera bag. 40 degrees Celsius.
40 on the oh
40 on the ramp, baby.
Yuma Tower helicopter November 300, Whiskey Zulu ready at Millionaire.
Helicopter 0 Whiskey Zulu, roger. Departure from the ramp will be at your own risk. Wind 150 at 7, say direction of departure.
We're going to be initially going southwest into wind, and then we're going to have to do a right-hand turnout for northwestbound departure.
Helicopter 0 Whiskey Zulu, roger. Approved as requested.
It's going to be bumpy today. I can feel it.
I don't think it's going to be that bad. My iPad dead. Gone already. And we're going to northbound back to Blythe, basically. meet up the I-10 and finish the rest of the El Paso route.
We got some really incredible experiences having to fly this route.
It's all new to us, right?
Back on the 10, headed towards Jack with Cochran Regional Airport. Fuel stop 1, next stop LA.
This is our last fuel stop.
For the El Paso route, yeah. I think you need to turn a little tiny bit to get on your course.
10 degrees left. Roger.
Can't wait to get on the ground.
300 Whiskey Zulu has a fuel in sight.
300 Whiskey Zulu, radar service terminated, squawk VFR, change to advisory, good day.
Jack Cochran traffic helicopter number 300 Whiskey Zulu is inbound to the thermal pumps. Jack Cochran, go over here.
Nice. 41 degrees on the ground.
It's fine.
I am dying of heat. We're officially in California, although we were in California at Blythe. An aggressive pump. Listen here, I'm just trying to survive, okay? The temperature is 104 degrees Fahrenheit, 40 degrees Celsius. So I'm just gonna perish. What we need to do is come up with a contingency plan here in case this iPad fails and we have a backup, which is our phone. But if that fails, because of the heat,
We have my phone.
then you have Becky's phone. But if that fails, it'd be nice to have a list of who we're gonna talk to and what the frequencies are.
I have the solution for you.
Oh yeah, we have notebooks. Oh, I don't want to go to the helicopter.
I also don't want to go to the helicopter. I think we should rock, paper, scissors.
I'm gonna choose rock. I'm gonna choose rock. I'm gonna choose rock. You're gone! You walked into the door. I did it again.
What?
Peanut buttered myself. It looks like poop. Oh, sir. Is that diarrhea all over your shirt? Oh no, peanut butter? Sorry, couldn't tell. Paul Salmon just texted me. They don't call it thermal for nothing.
I love Paul Salmon.
Excuse me.
How you wear your sunglasses inside like a fucking asshole?
It's really hard to see.
Yeah, but take your glasses off, you dingus.
After cooling down in the air conditioning and having a little snack, it was time to tackle the most challenging leg of this trip. As a precaution, we wrote down every frequency we'd need en route in a notebook for referencing during our flight through busy LA airspace.
I'm stressed.
Our iPad had been overheating and shutting down through the desert. And if our phone shut down too, we'd be in trouble.
We're heading into LA right now. The iPad's been shutting down a lot, so
It's out of my lap in the direct sun.
we just took off and Chris's phone just bricked. Like it's done. Like it says that I have to restore it. Like it got stuck in a restart loop to shut off.
Monitoring Tower helicopter November 300 Whiskey Zulu about 8 to the east, going along the I-10, requesting a northwestbound transition.
Helicopter 300 Whiskey Zulu, transition along I-10 westbound is approved. Pulse range altimeter 2969er.
2969er, Whiskey Zulu. iPad, too hot, cool down immediately.
Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god.
Air deal with that. What's my next frequency after this?
Banning Municipal. This is like a gauntlet of windmills. Maybe we should slow down a bit. Oh my god, this sucks ass. This is terrifying.
Go, we'll go over an 80.
We got a wicked headwind.
Oh my god, we're grounding 56.
30 Whiskey Zulu, clear class Delta airspace. Frequency change approved. Have a good day.
Thanks very much, Whiskey Zulu.
Banning Municipal is 122.8. I think writing this down was a really good idea. Oh.
Seems there's a choke point here and the wind is like getting funneled through. Banning traffic helicopter November 300 Whiskey Zulu 10 to the east. Following I-10 westbound transition. Banning.
That was probably the most horrifying part of the flight so far from Buffalo, coming through that pass there. We're before the Air Force Base is right here.
Okay, so it changes to 60 and so I'll be on the 60 when I'm talking about.
Yeah.
What's that delta right after the
Riverside.
Riverside? Okay.
Temperature's dropping. 27 Celsius now.
March approach helicopter November 300 Whiskey Zulu, requesting westbound transition through your zone.
Continue inbound transition approved.
I'm done with this right now. I don't want to be up here anymore.
This is the fun part. Keeps it interesting.
No, it's horrifying.
Wow, look at this.
Wow, this is insane.
Well, at least the air is smoothed out a bit. All right, what's the next frequency?
Riverside Municipal is Riverside Tower 121.0. It's really stressful. I would not want to be flying.
Riverside Tower, helicopter November 300 Whiskey Zulu, requesting a westbound transition via the 91.
Helicopter 0 Whiskey Zulu, roger. Transition along 91 freeway is approved. Riverside altimeter 29080. Just follow the freeway.
Why is my iPad not working? Frozen. The cool air coming in.
It's wicked.
Wow, haven't felt that in a while.
Oh, I know.
Fullerton Tower helicopter, November 300, Whiskey Zulu, about 10 to the east, 1,200, requesting westbound transition via the 91.
Whiskey Zulu transition is approved as requested.
I'm so excited to be done with flying for the day.
Deer Valley.
All right, Fullerton's Delta entered Long Beach Tower, 120.5. After that, we're going to go Torrance Atis.
0 Whiskey Zulu, frequency change approved. Talk to you later.
Long Beach Tower, helicopter November 300, Whiskey Zulu, requesting westbound transition, 91.
Helicopter 0 Whiskey Zulu, transit approved, Long Beach altimeter 29083.
It's a technical flight. I don't think I've done so much in so long.
Yeah, it's nice to have a little radio monkey.
I think that's the airport right there.
Whiskey Zulu, frequency change approved. Torrance Airport information, Victor, time 2347 Zulu, wind 270 at 12, visibility 10, few clouds at 1,400, temperature 22, dew point 14. 0 Whiskey Zulu, runway 29 left, clear to land.
29 left, clear to land, 0 Whiskey Zulu. Zapparini Airfield.
Where the Robinson helicopters are made. Babe, it looks like we got here just in time with that like fog rolling in here.
We made it to Torrance, California. We've done the El Paso route. We've now completed a literal cross-country, a cross-continent helicopter trip. We still have about a week and a half to use. We want to go up north, and then we'll come back down to Torrance.
I'm so happy to be on the ground.
She is so happy to be on the ground.
That sucked. That flight sucked.
That was a little bit more involved than just flying the I-10.
Even though we met our goal of making it to Torrance, California, we still had one major milestone left. Getting Chris to 500 flight hours.
Hey man, this is actually gonna happen. We're gonna fly together?
I hope so. Dude, the weather is crazy. I live in the desert, it doesn't rain, and it's been like pouring rain every single afternoon, and like some pretty dicey thunderstorms.
I'll just try to get to you ASAP.
Okay.
And if we can get to you tomorrow, great.
I'll start brainstorming.
We got a big day tomorrow back.
And we're not gonna be able to get out of here until that marine layer lifts.
It's not forecasted to lift until probably 12 or 1 o'clock, I think.
With the El Paso route complete, our gear cut in half, and 50 pounds of maintenance documents left at a friend's house, we were ready to enter phase 3 of the trip. With our new weight and balance done, it was time to fly to Nevada.
Are you okay?
I don't know, I really felt like a Muppet just then.
Like if you said like I'm a Muppet, I would believe you. I'd be like, yeah, that dude's a Muppet.
I'm a Muppet.
That is so cool.
Wait, is hay green? Metal hay is grass?
Isn't it? I don't know.
I don't know.
It's probably some kind of special edition grass.
Special edition grass.
We're going towards Reno because we're gonna meet up with our buddy Trent Palmer.
How are those blobs north of this place? They're still raging?
Oh yeah.
Jesus.
We gotta regroup. I gotta figure out what's going on weather-wise, but we might not make it.
Okay, my heart is racing.
My heart's a little bit up too. Trent, you down there?
Yep, you got me.
So the plan is I want to show you guys around my little playground, my backyard. Have you ever landed higher than this? We're at 7,700 feet.
I don't think I have.